Hey guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to customize the user-driven windows. In other words, is the when you build an image using MDT Task Sequence user-driven, you want to customize the screen. So what you need to do is you need to go into Office Deployment Toolkit, launch UDI Wizard Designer, click on New. So I'm gonna save this file first. I'm gonna save as. You have to save it in the location where you have your MDT package, your MDT toolkit package. So in this case, I have it on my domain controller apps image. The package name is MDT toolkit, and it should be under scripts. I'm gonna call this custom. We're gonna save. So you want to open up the administration. Here's the administration screens. I'm not doing anything here. Let's go to install programs. If you want to add programs to the task sequence, like give you user options to install it, you can just, let me see if I connect this to my configuration manager. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is when you first open up this UDI designer, you want to make sure you connect to your configuration manager. So you would go in under configuration manager, enter your site server name. You see site code is site code not validated. I want to make sure I validate that in validate site. In order for you to see the applications, when you add new applications, you want to make sure your applications is deployed to the collection. In this case, the default collection is application collection. It's all systems, so you want to make sure you deploy all your application to all system um, as a value available. So what I'm not going to use all system. I'm just going to create a new collection. I'm going to call it create device collection. I'm going to call it UDI applications. Click on all systems. Next, close. So my collection just created. So what you need to do is you want to deploy application to that collection in order for you to see it in the GUI. Oops, where is it? In order for you to see it in here, so you need to deploy the applications. Let's deploy Office application. collection, UDI application. That's fine. Click next, next. Available. You want to make sure it's available. Next, 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 and next. And close. I'm going to run the validate the site again. In this case, I'm going to change it to UDI applications. Okay. I want to create a new folder. I'm going to call it add software group here. I'm going to call it um, core applications. You know what? I'm going to call it Microsoft. And I'm going to create a new one. Set in the going to create a new one called Adobe. And another one called Tools. So when you check this box here, that means when you boot up your OSD or when you run the task sequence, check when you check the box, it's gonna install for you. So you want to uncheck. By default, it's gonna check the box and then install the applications. So in this case, I want to add Microsoft Application Office 365. We'll just click on that and click on Add Software to Group. I want to add an applications because my Microsoft Office 365 current channel is under applications. So click on Add Application. Click Next. I'm just gonna select and click on a search. There it is. It found it. You see as it grayed out here? The reason it's grayed out because when you go to the applications under deployment tab, I think it's under deployment tab, go to properties, programs. You want to make sure it's the application is set to be available at the task sequence. I forget where that is. Let's see. I think it's under the application itself. Go to properties. Right here. You want to make sure you check this. Or allow this application to be installed from the application task sequence action without being deployed. So you want to make sure you check that. Click OK. Come on. All right, let's go back to the UDI. I'm going to search again. You see it changed now? Click on it and click OK and click Finish. So I'm going to check this by default. So that's the application. That's how you add application to your UDI. The next thing you need to do is Bitlocker. I don't have anything with Bitlocker, so I'm not going to do anything with it. New computers screen. So computer name, it's going to ask for a computer name. I'm going to leave that the way it is so the user can enter the computer name. Network detail. I'm going to have it joined to domain. All right. Domain OU. So I'm going to add a domain. Its domain name is 0365 techguide.local. Just going to copy that and paste it here. Click next. So double click on it. You want to add OU in case you want to add it to an OU. So you just right click and go to search domain for OU, or you can add it manually. Let's search. It's easier to do. Computers. I'm going to choose computers. You know what? I'm going to create another OU. Let's go to my domain controller. Actually, I don't need to go there. Let me go here. Go to administrative, users and groups. I'm going to create an OU. Right click, organization. I'm going to call this Los Angeles. And I'm going to create a new one called, another one called um, let's call this one New York City. Let's call it New York. And another one called Phoenix. All right, so I created this OU, and then I'm going to create another OU called computers. Just copy that. Copy this. Oops, did I? New OU. Let me see. You know what? I misspelled Phoenix. Let me rename that to PHOENIX. Create a new OU called computers. All right, so I got my three OUs created. I'm going back here. I'm going to right click on it and do a search. Search for domain OUs. I'm going to choose Los Angeles computers. I'm going to add another one. New York. I'm going to add another one. Phoenix. OU. Yep. So I added three OUs. So that means the user have or the technician has options to choose what OU to join. Workgroup settings, I'm not doing anything there. Domain joint credentials. So with the domain joint credential, you can just leave it open. The user can type in their own credential to join, or you can add a default value. So in this case, I'm going to leave it blank. So any of these tasks here you can remove, but for the sake of this settings, I'm just going to leave it there. Deployment readiness, that's fine. Language. If you have multiple languages that you support, I guess you probably have to add that in here. So in this case, I only have English, so I'm just gonna leave that the way it is. The next screen is region and language defaults. That's fine. English, Pacific time. Capture data, leave that the way it is. Reboot, that's fine. So that's it. That's the main thing that you need to configure. Um, for the administrator password, if you don't enter anything, you can you can enter it or you can have it enter at the imaging process. So the main thing is the applications. Um, it would under new computer details, you would fill in all this information that you did. So I'm gonna save it. So like I said, you have to save it in the deployment toolkits package. Click on save. Now, the next step is you need to update your package. So go to software library under packages. Every time you make the changes to your file, you need to update the package. Make sure the DP has the latest package or custom files. Just right click, update distribution point. And you have to go back to your task sequence to use that custom files. So in this case here, I'm going to edit my test sequence. So you need to go into the UDI wizard. By default, you don't get this. I added that last night. So by default, this is what you get. So what you need to do is you need to add in slash definition colon and then the name of your custom XML file. Yes. So in this case, my custom XML file, it's called custom XML. So this means that this test sequence is going to use this custom XML files when it runs the test sequence. Click on apply and click OK. So that's it. That's how you customize your user-driven custom screen XML files. And if you have any question, feel free to put in the comment section. Don't forget to join my channel if you want to learn how to do all this stuff. I've been doing configuration manager and office deployment and OS deployment for over 20 years. Thank you for watching and have a good day.